Take us inside the meeting. How many questions were asked, and what were the questions like from you guys, just trying to get the clarification on everything?
Well, every year they always change the rules up, and you always have to stay up to date with everything that's going on in the NFL. So guys continue to ask questions. Are they going to give us a chance to look over review the hits to see if we get kicked out or not, or how they changed the PI rules, the holding rules this year. So a lot of things they changed, and how they catch the ball. So we just try to make sure that we're 100% on top of everything. And with the way the NFL is changing every year, you have to.
As a defender, what's your approach when you hear certain players like a Le'Veon Bell say they much rather be hit in the head than in the knees?
Some guys want to. Some guys like getting hit up high, and if I was a running back, I'd probably the same thing. I would rather get hit up high and try to save my legs as much as possible. And a guy like him, I mean, he's already had knee surgery, so he want to keep them legs fresh for sure.
But it is understandable, and for the longest time, I know that you guys in the profession, that was understood that you're not going to go low, and that was something that just wouldn't happen. Are we now in a place with the concerns about the head that you defenders are going to feel as though you have to do that sometimes?
Oh, yeah, I think that's already been a trend going over the past 5 years. I think guys have started to hit lower. It's kind of making the tackles a little softer, but, I mean, you just got to evolve with the game, and it might not look as tough as it did in the 90s or early 2000s where you can just blast people, but I think guys will find a way to still make it, get that contact and get those big hits.
Yeah, Chris, you're mentioning some of the changes in tackling, even just with this more recent rule. Have you guys had any changes in practice, just trying to implement this? And from your particular perspective, how do you approach it from a technical standpoint?
Just trying to keep your eyes up every time when you tackle. You know that when you're going against a big physical guy, it's kind of instinctively you want to put your head down, but you got to keep your eyes up, front them up, and that's what we've just been practicing, working on the fundamentals of tackling, because we don't want anybody getting ejected or anybody getting fined this year, and we know that it's going to be a high possibility. It can happen so easy now.
And so just to sort of clarify one more time, and we thank you very much for the time, you think the first couple of weeks this is going to be difficult for defensive players? Yeah,
I think so. I think this is going to be an adjustment period. We don't have that much leeway. If somebody runs a slant and the safety's coming full speed and he accidentally hits him in the head, those things are bang-bang plays that are going to be hard to avoid. So I see those things happening early.
Chris, listen, we thank you very much for taking some time. We were looking for some clarity on this, and you really gave it to us. Best of luck. Stay healthy, and we will check in down the road. Thanks a million.